Hi, I'm Malcolm Burrows, Principal of Dundas Lawyers. Dundas Lawyers is an award-winning corporate technology and intellectual property law firm that also passionately litigates in these areas of practice. In this video, I'm talking today about shadow directors and the legal concept of being a shadow director. I'll also explain the key characteristics and the important considerations from the case law and leave you with 3 important points to take away when considering that you may or may not be a shadow director. So shadow directors are not directly defined in the Corporations Act 2001. However, Section 9 of the Act defines a director more broadly than just a person officially appointed to that position. It includes someone who, while not validly appointed, acts in the position of a director or provides instructions which a company is accustomed to following. In the case of Buzzell Operations Proprietary Limited Inc. against Apple Computer Proprietary Limited, the court provided some guidance on the key characteristics of a shadow directors. They include an existence of a casual connection between the instructing person, who is alleged to be a shadow director, and the directors or company officers acting on the instructions. The instructing person must have some level of influence in the decision making of the company, and where a governing majority of the board is under the command of a person, that person would be considered to be a shadow director. It's interesting to note that as was the case in Standard Chartered Bank in Australia and Antico, a company can and has on a number of occasions been held to be a shadow director. This was also considered in Buzzell's case, where the court was asked to determine if Apple itself was a shadow director. In finding it was not, the court stated Apple's finance director maintained a relationship with Buzzell's executives, not the directors. Apple had no direct management or control over the affairs of Buzzell. Instead, it advised the company's employees in relation to commercial transactions, who unilaterally chose to follow that advice. And finally, the contractual relationship that existed between Buzzell and Apple created a distinction from a role of a shadow director relationship. So Apple's influence arose solely from the basis of a contractual relationship. Finally, we close by taking home 3 messages which really come down to lessons from the Buzzell case to ensure that a person or company is not deemed to be a shadow director. First, a third party merely enforcing contractual terms does not give rise to any sort of shadow director relationship. Secondly, agreeing to the suggestions of a person or taking professional advice is different from following direct instructions from a shadow director. And thirdly, there must be a link between the alleged shadow director and the company directors, as it is the board that direct the company. So if you're looking for a proactive corporate lawyer to advise you on any matter of breach of directors' duties or shareholder oppression, for example, please don't hesitate to give me a call on 3221 0013 for a confidential and obligation-free discussion. Thanks for watching.